With the release of Ozone 12 Elements, it's time to recap and see what the iZotope Elements bundle has to offer and how it's going to get you results fast, and it really is incredibly fast. Here's the track before and after what I'm about to show you in this video.
She only want me in the nighttime. Weed, smoking up the high rise. I ain't thinking about anything else but us. Constant taking my time like slow and steady do it for me.
So let's see how we got there. All I've done here is levels. It's not a full mix because I'm just starting out and I want to get big results with just a few plugins. Just straight away, without affecting any individual tracks, let's pull up Ozone 12 Elements and see what it's going to come up with. This is kind of the reverse of how you might usually do things. We're taking a top-down approach here. So we're not getting bogged down with the minutiae of each individual track right now. We're just aiming to get the whole thing sounding more aligned with our expectations of what a released track should sound like, so we know where to dig in next. Here's a great point to highlight the new Master Assistant function where you can actually dig in much deeper and be far more specific than before. You'll still get the regular Master Assistant that we all know and love, but even in Elements, we can be far more specific about what we want. So let's see what the dance pop target sounds like. You can choose to include or exclude any of the processors here. So if you already like your balance, you can take out Master Rebalance or anything else you want. Set your intensity and even save the settings you've chosen here as a preset for next time.
She only want me in the nighttime. Weed, smoking up the high rise. I ain't thinking about anything else but us. Constant taking my time like slow and steady do it for me. I ain't thinking about anything else but us.
Already that's sounding so much better. And really this is a fun place to start because it gives you instant results across the entire mix. You're not spending ages on one instrument and not getting a massive benefit for it. When you're mixing a track, there's nothing worse than listening and getting disheartened because there's extraneous noises, maybe hums, harsh S's, any number of things you don't want in a track that you just need to get rid of so you can move forward with being creative. RX Elements is going to be where you want to head for this, and it's sometimes seen as the complete opposite of the fun place we just started with. Cleanup isn't all that glamorous, but you can also use it in kind of a creative way if you know what you're looking for. I'm going to show you how it can be a safety net for vocals in a moment, but first I want to use Repair Assistant in a kind of creative way to give this electric guitar a bit more excitement. When RX11 came round, one of my favourite additions to the Repair Assistant was instrument-specific controls. Not just looking at vocals, but including things like the pick module and the squeak module. Real guitar-centered tools that give you a much broader scope. So here's what I've done. We've got an attacky, fairly bright guitar lead line, which I love, but the brightness is only on the picks. The rest of the part is nowhere near as bright. Check it out. So what I'm doing here is actually removing some of the pick attack and then brightening the whole instrument. It's making the difference between bright picky bits and duller sustain notes far smaller, so everything feels brighter because of it, and it's going to cut through far better. Check it out whilst I alter these controls within the mix. I'll take the vocals out here just so you can get a better idea of how it fits in with the rest of the instruments. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Let's jump over to some more instruments here because before I get to processing anything too much, I have something in mind for the drums. So for drums, let's take a look at Neutron 5 Elements, take a listen, hear where it's currently sitting, and then apply a kind of best fit chain of processing to take it up a notch. Okay, I'm liking that, but I think we can manipulate this a little. In the dynamics section, you have the compressor and density. The compressor is compressing from the top. Density is compressing from the bottom. So if I want to get a little more vibe and room out of these drums, I'm going to bring up that density control. It's not like adding a load more compression in the traditional sense. It's just kind of like bringing up a character control where you're bringing up all the tails, sustain, all that great stuff that can sometimes get lost. We're bringing that in from underneath and compressing upwards instead of downwards. Whilst I'm doing this, it may get a little brighter, so I can counteract that with the equalizer and sculptor controls just above. Neutron is great for just throwing on individual instruments and kind of saying, make this sound better. So here the bass is lacking a little something in the low end. I'll put Neutron 5 Elements on and let it hear the track. It's correctly identified it as bass, and I can just adjust it from there. I know this bass needs some more in the low end, so I'm actually going to go over to Sculptor and bring that way up. Sculptor is a spectral shaper, so it knows it's dealing with bass, and it's going to be focused on making that low end sound great. That combined with some extra saturation is really going to give this bass some low end and warmth to help fill out the track. Now the vocals here sound pretty good. Good performances, well recorded, but there are some overall elements of noise that I want to clean up, and I want to use Nectar Elements to brighten and widen the vocals a touch. Again, I'm just using a top-down approach here. I'm just going to put Nectar Elements on the vocal bus and work from there. Working on a bus level is where you're going to get to the results fastest. You're affecting everything on that bus all at once, so it's a great place to do some overall processing before digging into each individual track. So before Nectar in the chain, I'm going to use RX11's voice denoise and let it learn the sound of the vocals. I love to use this plugin as a safety net. I know it's not going to detract from the vocal performance at gentle settings, but it's going to catch what I don't want to be in the final mix. If there are some serious issues, I can dig in deeper, but it's a great kind of always on plugin that you can rely on to just clean up the vocals where it's needed. Then to brighten and widen the vocals, I'm leaning on Nectar Elements, which is going to learn the sound of them currently and let me adjust from there. So I'll hit learn and then go into the options and select airy. This is different to bright. Airy kind of adds a smooth sheen to the top end, which works well for pop. Then I'll also add some width as I listen to the vocals and just tune the plugin a little more to what I want to hear.
She knows just what I want. I think that I'm gonna get it. Now I wanna dance around it. Don't do no pirouette. She knows just what I want. I think that I'm gonna get it. Now I wanna dance around it. Don't do no pirouette. She knows just what I want. I think that I'm gonna get it. Now I wanna dance around it.
I think it's making the vocals sound so much better. Previously, they were kind of at the forefront and right in the middle. Now they're overall brighter and a little bit wider, which is going to work great for this track. And this is just with 6 Elements plugins across the whole mix. Back in Ozone for a moment, where it's letting you select the genre that you're working in, well, you can actually load up some custom curves here as well. You can create these using Audiolens. If you haven't already seen it, Audiolens is a free tool that allows you to capture the sonic fingerprint of any track you play it. That's not just within your DAW, it's anything you play from your computer, from streaming platforms or songs you have saved locally. You can then load up that reference in Neutron Elements and Ozone Elements. I've captured the sound and I can go to my custom settings here, select that reference, and just like that, it's going to match the overall frequency curve, dynamics, and width of the track with the reference.
She only want me in the nighttime. Weed, smoking up the high rise. I ain't thinking about anything else but us. Ghosting, taking my time like slow and steady, do it for me. I ain't thinking about anything else but us, baby.
It's a great way of applying what you already know you want in your track in a couple of quick clicks. Load up Audiolens, capture the sound you want, whether it's a full mix, a guitar part, an exposed vocal, whatever it is, then apply it as a custom reference in Neutron Elements or Ozone Elements, and it's going to make it a match. That's the power of Elements plugins. Just 6 plugins used across the entire mix there, and a drastic difference in the sound. It's sometimes useful to use that top-down approach to get big results in a few moves, but it's also helpful to have the plugin guide you in the right direction and let you adjust from there. That's exactly what the Elements plugins are designed to do. And as you've heard, they do it well and they do it fast. So you can check them out at iZotope.com, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.